Hello everybody and welcome back to another Marvel Rivals video. Today we're going to be providing you with another Loki video. It's been a minute since I've actually done something that isn't magic, and we are not a magic channel, we are a Marvel Rivals learning channel. I think it's very important to distinguish. I know we've been spamming magic, but I just wanted to feel her for like the season 2 and see how she was playing, and it definitely feels good. Regardless, remember, if you like this video, make sure that you go and join the Discord, go follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitch, we're almost 3K, and I love you guys so much. Let's get started. So, starting off, I've been playing a lot more Loki, the last, day. I didn't play for, 2 days because I was quite ill, but, I do think that this character is incredibly good, and I think with a lot of hype being on Rocket right now, Loki's bans have actually fallen so far, and I can actually play this character, whenever I get filled support, or just want to play support, which is great. So, a lot of Iron Fist has been spammed lately. Loki's actually really good at dealing with that because him having Lamp and also 3 heals for the other support is really good. It's just verticality is what you want to play. So as you can see, we're kind of putting these clones in high areas so we can just get a really good overlook of our team and where they are. Because Iron Fist, whenever he's just hitting one person, is just not doable. It's really hard for him to kill people. Like, if he's just hitting a person and we're pocketing them, easy peasy, no problem. So as you can see, we're just kind of kiting backward. The Iron Fist hitting the Luna, and we are just not letting her die at all. I don't know what this Namor ult from Narnia is, but it's okay. Okay, and I think this is a really good thing as well. I like to kind of put one of my Loki clones in the mix. If my team is like straight up brawling, I think this is nice because you have the option to lamp. You'll still get healing if they don't hit it. It's quite nice. And then, as you can see earlier, we put a Loki clone up here on this top or left part. Over on Central Park, there's a lot of vantage points, like right here in this window, up here. You can actually put Loki clones up here on this ledge. Over here, as always, there are really good opportunities for Loki clones. And a lot of these areas are great for Loki because you can get kind of like a split friction type of hit. So if I've got like one over here, we'll call this marker over here letter A. And then we can call over here letter C, and then I am myself letter B. We're kind of hitting something from all 3 angles, and then we also have a quite nice escape route on either side of that action, which is great, because then we're going to allow ourselves to stay alive. The biggest thing on Loki is not dying and making sure that you're alive at all times, because Loki, other than like Rocket Raccoon, has the best healing for multiple people in the game. It's incredibly good how much healing he can dump on people, how quickly he can dump it, because if you think of it this way, every one of you, you are 33%, and then each clone is another 33%, so as long as you have really good uptime with your clones, you're gonna have constant, you're gonna have really good constant healing all the time, and you're also gonna be allowed to do a lot of damage. Right here, I kind of take a look and see, I'm like, okay, well, we only have squishies over here on the right, and I was like, okay, our left side is filled with tanks, though. I think it would be a really good idea for me to kind of come over here, swing, and give them a little bit of a push, because if it is just a 2-on-2 and be swinging over, it's gonna be a 3-on-2. It's gonna be great. We have a we have 2 other healers, so I think we have plenty sustain for the squishy people over there on the right, so long as they don't over aggress, right? So we'll go ahead and play this out. I end up coming over here to try to help. Unfortunately, the Emma Frost, thinking that she's in danger, moves into the right to kill this Hulk. If she would have pushed backward, I think that we don't lose anything for this engage, and I think us swinging over to help is the best thing possible, especially because, I'm always pressing tab on Loki. I want to see where my support ults are, so that way I know, hey, when are they going to be ulting? Or if I know that we have 2 support ults, maybe I can float the idea of a Star-Lord ult, or like a damage ultimate, so I can actually get a little bit active. I don't end up taking a Star-Lord ult this game, which I maybe could have. I think it's a good idea too, especially whenever we have 2 healers. It's not really as necessary for me to keep mine and hold it for so long. But Luna ult is just so damn good, you know? It's just such a good ult. 12 seconds just cannot be dying. It's still the best support ult in the game by far. We actually end up taking Adam on accident because he hopped in front of us. Unfortunate. No big. We play a little bit of Adam, but I was a little bit scared about this, I'm not going to lie. Breaking the utility is always really good. Honestly, I think a big misconception is that, it should be, the range DPS's job to, start hitting the utility and whatnot. On the contrary, I actually think with how supports are, for the most part, just healing and then, doing damage whenever there's downtime, instead of damaging other targets, it would be better to, damage utility. So if you see, Namor squids, it's a really great time for, me as an Adam Warlock right now to start hitting them because we have the Luna ult, right? There's no reason for me to be healing anything because we have the Luna ult. So the thing that I would always go towards is teammates, low health enemies, utility, and then full health enemies is always the kind of the golden rule of 4 that I like to go through. Because typically if you're able to start getting rid of the utility, like Namor, what is Namor without his utility if not but a fish? See what I did there? It's a pun. Continuing on, here we are back. I just kind of res. We had one down teammate. I figured it would be kind of a good idea to just bring them back into the fight. Use the ultimate where I can. Okay, Iron Fist ends up ulting. It doesn't really get a whole lot for it. What a grab. Emma Frost's grab is so good on Hulk because he just like walks in ultimate, and then if your team is there, it's just a burst, dude. He's just gone. Let me know what you guys think. Part of me kind of wants like the person in the hand of Emma Frost to kind of have damage, like get reduced damage like by people whilst they're in her grasp. I don't know. Kind of like how Hulk, like you can't damage the person in it. I don't know. It feels a little strong that you're just able to hurt them, right? Just a little bit too strong. Okay, we're kind of just always on the move, because it's very important to keep our uptime as good as we possibly can, because Loki healing on his own or even just with one clone is not that impressive, but with whenever you have all 3 shooting the same target, it really does make all the difference. It is incredibly good. The only thing that I'm having an issue with is like Star-Lord is kind of hard to heal whenever he's flying because he's quite fast, so I end up being in a very, very slippery situation where I'm like, okay, I really, really want to heal this guy, but he's moving too fast for me to track him because I'm just not that adept at him quite yet. I'm not quite there. And I don't know what this Namor is doing. This guy's been straight up just griefing the entire game from what it felt like. That ultimate earlier and now this dive. I understand flank Namor is quite good, but time and place, you know? Okay. Very, very... Whoa, what did I do? Very important to note. I'm always quite... especially whenever I know that we have 2 other supports in like the backside. I really like on Loki being aggressive because Loki's damage of the support characters is incredibly solid. He does a lot of damage, like, for burst. The only ones, like, outdoing him are, like, Luna if she hits everything, Mantis if they're up close, and, like, Adam Warlock. But, like, of the other, like, healbot supports, quote, quote, he's very, very good at, like, aggressing very quickly, because you can kind of move your kit on the go with you, and then you can set them in a hallway. I'm not doing anything fancy here. This is just for maximum efficiency. Putting clones just, like, in front of the area, so we can just dump. Especially in a doorway like this, because they either have to shoot the clones, which they probably won't, because there's an Emma and a Strange and a Star-Lord, or they have to just, like, give up the area. And as you can see, we're just kind of... I'm just able to dump a lot of healing right here, because I've got 2 clones just hitting, and then the only way they were able to break it is by spending a utility to kind of come back and through. Otherwise, we were just going to dump healing over and over and over into that doorway. Setting up the clones for after the Cloak and Dagger ult is over, making sure that they're right next to her. And then dealing with her right after she ends up landing, which is really, really good. A lot of people tell me all the time that it's better, because earlier we saw me mess up the Adam Warlock. Like I grabbed Adam Warlock, right? I actually think that I prefer like not using the second action. I've tried the thing where people are like, oh, well, there's a setting for Loki where you have to confirm which ult you're taking. Personally, I don't really like it that much. I think it's a little bit slower, and sometimes I find myself losing. It's kind of like you lose if you do it this way, and sometimes you can lose if you do it the other way. So I just prefer to do it this way, and then try to take safe ults as much as I possibly can. Sometimes it can be a little bit hard because you can lose track of where you're needing to look, but I think it's more of a preference thing, not so much of a necessity to have that setting on, right? I see plenty of high elo players do it with the setting and without, right? Kind of just sitting center mass here. Switching to damage boost to make sure that they are going to be able to just dump as much as we can after I saw that we were winning the fight. I'm just running like hell from that. Okay, nice freeze. Very good. But it's always important. We're not ever just like sitting idly by. As a support player, I really like to be active and interactive with the fight. And I want to make sure that I'm giving my team the best chance I can. I think people that are just like doing the Rocket heal bot thing is going to work for now because Rocket's healing is so damn crazy. But in the future, we're probably going to end up seeing that if it does get tuned down, not be the case anymore. And I think that being aggressive on support characters is the best way to try and help carry a fight. Print Ninja, thank you so much for the follow if you're watching this video. We're going to go ahead and skip forward. Looking at our stats, you know, we have 9k healing, 9.5, which is not the worst in the world, and 3.3 k damage, which is pretty good. But the thing that I want to hone in on the most is actually how we're able to play against Dive, because they swap over to Black Panther for this round, and then he swaps back to Iron Fist and Magic, I believe, a little bit. But we're kind of ready for it. Loki is still the king of dealing with dive characters even after the lamp nerf, and he's incredibly good at it so long as you are holding good positioning. The idea isn't necessarily for you to protect yourself. It's more so for you to protect the people around you, and then put yourself in an advantageous position where they don't even have the option to fight you. It's just the people on the ground floor. But you kind of want to be the man in the chair, so to speak, on Loki. For, like, these situations, like, I have a clone up here if I need to, like, back out. I can always go up here and clone this way. But, as we can see, Black Panther's already here, and he's posturing to dive immediately. We heard him over there, so we know that this isn't news. And immediately we see him dash in. And we are lamping. Just making sure that we can keep our support up as best as we can. And now, big thing to note, we now no longer have lamp. We are exposed and we are quite vulnerable. So this is where we want to kind of put ourselves in a very good position. Black Panther is going to have a lot of trouble getting up here into this area, right? And this is because of where he's coming from and the fact that we are pretty safe, and somebody would probably give the calm if he was to go up the side of the building. So with intuition, we can kind of understand. He did it once. Marvel Rivals players don't typically adapt because people that play this game are kind of bad. He's probably going to come over here. Not this person in particular. It's just kind of a guess, right? And here he is. He's jumping back over. And already, we're ready because we have a very good vantage point, and Black Panther is going to spend all of his kit to get over to me. So now we can focus up on the main healer, which is Luna. We do have Adam Warlock, but keeping Luna alive is way more important to me because of the nature of her kit and how it works, right? So now, again, we're playing our vantage point. Black Panther's coming in. Star-Lord has to be the sacrificial lamb, but that's okay. And yet again, putting our clones in positions that are going to help our team as much as they possibly can. Now we have a lamp that's center, so our Luna can dance around it, which is great. And I'm always trying to just keep it up. A lot of people tell me, well, you could just stand still. At this point, they know I'm up here. They know what I'm trying to do. It's more important to me to keep this Luna alive, because if we can keep her alive, we will win this game, because we need 2 healers on the court at all times. Right here, the calm is to kind of just say, hey, stand center. We're going to be okay. We have Luna ult. Incredibly important for support players to calm, because it's a lot of time you see more of what's going on than the other people because of where you're standing. You're further away. Okay, crazy. We're able to just keep our Luna alive, and this is all I'm looking to do. I literally do not care about anything else. If I keep her alive, she will keep our tanks alive, and that is what is important to me. Because the second she falls, now Black Panther has a window to come after me. We gotta make sure that we keep the order of events in order, right? Trying to be as efficient as possible, keeping our uptime for our clones very good, making sure that we're stacking as much healing as we can. Okay, now they have a magic player. This makes it a lot easier. It's harder for the Loki matchup, but it's a lot easier to keep a player alive whenever it's a magic rather than a BP, just because Black Panther is so quick and hard to track, whereas magic is a lot more linear and honest with how she attacks places, which is good. And again, just keeping her uptime as high as we possibly can. But now I'm kind of getting a little bit more lax now that we know that they have and magic rather than a Black Panther. Crazy ult. Very, very good timing. Not sure why he ulted after the Luna ult went down, but it's okay. I actually think our Luna, yeah, she got like one shot right there. That was crazy. I was like, how did you die? What? Okay, just keep on trucking. This Emma's doing a weird, some new tech, I don't know. She's playing a different Marvel Rivals. Very good. And second verse, same as the first. We just kind of want to keep up this efficiency, make sure that our team is as healthy as they possibly can be. Whenever Luna comes back, protect her from dive as best that we can, and then we're kind of aces, right? But all in all, the biggest thing is that we're playing our life, but we're not doing it in a way that just makes it so we're stat padding. We're being very interactive, and we're doing things for a purpose, right?
I suppose that helped.
Support is 90% positioning, and then 10% mechanics, right? So it's very, very important that we just keep playing like this, especially on Loki, who's not very mechanically intensive, so to speak. It's more of like a knowledge game, which is very good.
Look out behind you.
Okay, teleporting up here. This is why we have this clone up here. It's a very good way. And now we can, again, be up top. Make sure that we can keep this person up as best we can. And now we are in a lot more safety because the magic ult is gone. The big scary monster is gone.
I like the cold.
Okay, not bad. And that is the match. No problem at all. Very, very solid. 0 deaths, 12. We have 32 kill participation, which is incredibly good. It's the most in the lobby, I do believe. Yep. So we were interactive with just about every fight. We were always on the move, and we were never just like sitting idly by doing nothing. We were always trying to innovate a play, make it a little bit better, because that is our job as support. It's not necessarily to heal bot. Our title is strategist. You know, we are the support player. We're supposed to help this, like the main cast, and in our own way make a big giant wave for our team. 30k healing whenever we have 2 healers is actually quite decent, especially considering they have a rocket and a cloak and dagger. We have really low deaths. Our team has low deaths altogether. We kept them alive as best that we could. Very, very solid game from Loki. Remember, stats don't mean everything, but it does kind of show a good inkling as to, like, what are we doing? How much are we impacting and helping our team, right? 6k damage is not horrible. Not as much as I'd like it, but we were also defending the Luna quite a bit this game, right? So, I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. This is a little bit of a shorter one, a 60-minute video, but I have a lot more content, and I have a lot more stuff that is not just Magic related fairly soon coming forward, including some new games maybe. We'll see. I love you guys so much. I'll see you next time. Bye. Love you. See ya. Mwah.